Hey guys, this is Shea from Stoked on Fishing. To thank you for your support, we're giving away some more free swag. T-shirts, hats, rods, reels. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button, and for a second chance to win, leave us a comment down below. When it comes to late fall/winter fishing in Southern California lakes, most people think the bite is over or it's time to fish for trout. Well, that's not the case with Todd Kline, who's a friend and local guide. He's been telling me that Lake Perris has been biting lately with some decent numbers of bass. Fortunately for both of us, we were able to rally up around our schedules and meet up on a cold December day. What was awesome about this day was, not only was Todd able to catch some fish on the worm, but he showed us some early morning tactics on the A-rig and mini swim bait.
Oh, there he is. Woo! Hold on tight. Woo! Yeah! Woo! Bow, bow. Good morning.
Good morning, Shea.
A long time no see, amigo.
Yeah, how's things?
We're on one of our favorite lakes around SoCal.
Yeah, Lake Perris. They brought the water up big time last year. They recently, in the past year, they did some work on the dam. They did some dynamite, and they had a lot of extra rock. And for the first time that I've seen in California, they actually put all that extra rock into the lake strategically to make structure for the bass out here. So some of those rock piles are still in play. We're gonna go try and see if anybody's home.
We're doing some fall fishing here, right?
Shoot, I'm calling winter. It's about 42 this morning. Yeah, it's December, coming up here on Christmas, and you'll see a lot of birds back where we're going. There's definitely some bait balls. Hopefully we can get some reaction fish. If not, we're gonna slow down and we'll catch them. I like it. See, I got the rocks marked. You'll start to see them coming up here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm starting to go over them right now. You can see it there, but there's the rock right there.
Some lovely structure over here for these bass.
Oh, there's crazy. And it's all this, not all of it, majority of it's all man-made from this year, like I was telling you earlier. Just real quietly.
Yeah.
We're gonna bust them up right here.
Uh-oh.
Look at that balloon.
Nice boots, man. What do you got there, Sir Kline?
New series from Okuma, the Serrano, and yeah, I love this series. They made some refinements to it, and yeah, hopefully we can put a little bend in that bad boy today.
Okay, you got it tied up with the Helios. Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's the Helios. It's the SX. It's my go-to for the spinners. The water is fairly clear for this lake, but back here in the east end, it's a little bit off color. We're fishing on the bottom, so I don't have to go as light as Diamond Valley where it's clear at 5 pound, but 7 pound.
Okay.
It's like rope.
Okay.
There you are. Cool baits on there.
Yeah.
Spin to win.
Okay. Party time.
I hear you.
Chasey. Todd, throw something at me.
I hear you.
So attention to details. How many hooks?
3.
And that's legal?
California's 3, Arizona's 2. Look at that steam off the dam, man. That is bitchin'. That steam's kind of getting it.
Feel pretty good. Love it, man. You're on it.
Ready? Or bouncing?
Okay.
Nice healthy little chunk. This time of year they're gorging up before the winter time.
That's so.
Yeah.
This guy coming out of the gates on, what was that, second cast, first cast?
Yeah. We won't play it up for the camera too much, maybe fourth cast.
Okay. All right, buddy.
Nice
Gonna start the morning?
Yeah. These new Helios rods are so sensitive. Hopefully I catch one that you would feel on a broomstick, because he's that big. Oh, dude.
Ooh. Whoa.
I was showing you the reel.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, it's obvious they're eating shad.
Yeah.
Or the silver side.
Yeah. No, it's shad for sure. There's there's a big population of shad here. They never came up this fall, which was interesting, because in the past, in the fall, you could get them on square bills, you get them on top water, you get them on the little cool baits. And this year it never happened. But you know that shad's still around, and you know they're eating it.
There he is. Yeah.
Oh, he's all caught up.
Oh, yeah. He put it, there you go. Yeah, nice chunk.
Don't jack up my bait, dog. Don't jack up my bait. Our mahi.
Son.
That never happens in a tournament, does it? Tournament, you got like a little piece of skin right here.
All right. Coming out of the gates, bucko. Nice.
Yeah. It's funny, that one didn't hammer it, it just loaded it. Right?
What was that?
I say so far, best trip yet for us. Usually a little slow. Yes, sir.
How exactly are you fishing that?
Basically we're in about 15 foot. It comes up a little higher over there. There's some isolated brush, some isolated rocks, and I'm just kind of fan casting the area. Sometimes they're right on that structure. A lot of times they're next to it. And so I just cast out, let it sink out, initially kind of give it one quick crank to get it up off the bottom, and then just keep it as slow as I can without getting snagged. And some of the bites, it'll actually just load up and it feels like you got weeds, and you pull a little bit quicker, and then you realize, okay, that's a fish. And other times, I mean, they just straight hammer it. But right now I'm just slow rolling it out here deeper. We'll fish this as long as we can, and then at some point we'll probably move over to worms. There's fish on these things, man. Yeah, the first bite hammered it. The last two have just loaded up. What's that, buddy?
Does that look about right? Oh, I tell ya. Yeah, buddy.
Where's that thing going?
You jump for me? Come on now. All right, well, they are biting the A-rig, son.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you moseyed on over. What'd you say? We're gonna catch a couple?
I say we're gonna bust. I say we're gonna bust them up. I don't know if that's busting them up, but we'll take it.
We are just starting. Later, buddy.
Sun feels good, boy.
What's that?
That sun feels good.
Yeah.
Sun's a popping at Lake Perris. That feels good. Heat up. Heat up. Let's go, Bass. It's time for you to heat up too.
There you go.
Gotcha, gotcha. Ouch. Yeah. Nice.
I'm gonna lip him again. I don't want to jack up my bait.
Yep.
He's a decent one too.
Yep.
I'll make the Christmas card for now.
Yeah, buddy. Right at the boat too.
Yeah.
You're bringing it up.
He hammered it too. Yeah. That's the one thing about Southern California. You know, I'm a guide down here, and I get people that call and they go, "Hey, so when does your season stop?" So that's the good thing about living in Southern California. It doesn't stop. You know, there's about 2 weeks out here. It gets real tough, but there's a lot of times where, I mean, shoot, you know, it's still early morning. We've already got 4 fish.
Yeah.
Fun fishing. ToddKlineFishing.com.
Yes, sir.
There he is.
Right on, Todd. Nice. Heck yeah. Keep him down.
We're catching.
Oh, heck yeah, we're catching. Okay.
There he is. That's on a swim bait.
Hell yeah. Even better. Even better. That could be a big fish, dude. Ooh, you're all. Yeah, Todd. Keeping it down. Just keeping it down. Ooh, yeah. Nice fish, buddy.
Hell yeah, my man.
Yeah.
Like a swimmer.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Huh?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying,
Son.
dog?
Oh, chunk dog. Yeah, buddy. You put that on earlier. Sweet, dude.
Chunky.
Yeah. It's fish of the day so far.
Oh, yeah.
Any advice for your fellow fishermen?
Check your line when fishing structure. Cast out, was slow rolling it, felt it kind of hang up, gave it slack, was able to pop it up and over, started slow winding again, and boom. But just that one pop coming up and over did that to it, and I'm lucky to get that fish
yeah,
in.
yeah, you are. Yeah, it's supposed to get nice all through the week.
Yeah, it's like supposed to be like stable all the way through.
Yeah. Full.
There he is. First cast. Told you we'd get him on the worm. I told you we'd get him on the worm. I told you we'd get him on the worm. Oh, and ate it on the drop.
Ooh, really? On the sink?
Yeah. I lifted up, I'm like, wait a minute, am I snagged? No, that's a fish, Todd. So in the wintertime, it can be real slow, but if you locate the fish, you can have some pretty darn good days out here, you know? Again, just think it shuts down, which, yeah, it gets tough. But the other thing about this time of year is they group up. You can catch a lot of fish. Yeah, buddy. Nice hook right in the top there.
Looking hook too.
Yeah, I was going real small for a long time just because I thought it was too much, and I'm missing a lot of fish. But that's a good size for
that size worm.
5-inch Senko. They're fired up today.
Pitch in.
So I went to the hardware store, bought some heat shrinking tube. You just slide it right over it, slide it down to the desired area you want it. Then you just grab a lighter and just hold it under there for a second. Make sure you don't melt the worm. Adhere right to it. And you slide your hook in and around it.
Okay. There it is. Ding ding. Okay,
Too much on there, so I just trim it off and party on. I showed you how I put the heat shrinking tubing on there, screwed in the Voss weight on the bottom, tied on that hook, and you just basically just barely skin hook it, go underneath of that tubing, and bring it back out. It'll stand straight up, hook will lay down on the side. She dances, and they want to party.
Okay.
particular rod I'm using here is the Okumas Serrano, and it's got a real fast tip. So as you can see, it's flexing, but it shuts off pretty quick. So if you need to turn them, you can. But it also, when they make that quick run, it's not going to pop your line. It's got a little shock there to
Yeah, I can see that tip.
give.
There we go. And you believe, what'd you say, first cast?
It was first cast on the worm. Yeah, they're eating today. It's kind of interesting because it's post front. We had a front come through here 2 days ago, and you'd think, and not to mention it's a full moon at night, so
Yeah.
it could be real tough. But fortunately for us right now, it's been a pretty fun day thus far. I think
Yeah.
we got what, 7 fish?
Yeah.
Put it back through and back
Okay.
into it. There you go.
Johnny two poles?
No, not Johnny two poles. Just flag still out there because I didn't retie yet. Almost time to shed some gear.
A little nudge like that, huh?
Huh?
Just a little nudge like that on the
Yeah.
bottom?
Okay, so it's 5, not 3.
Classic. Yep.
Little guy. Little bitty guy.
Well,
Southern California, wintertime. Leg. He's fired up for some reason. He ain't happy. He was watching TV and I just yanked him out of his living room.
oh, he's pulling,
Oh,
Todd.
yeah, he's mad. I told you.
Huh.
He choked it.
Oh, all right, bud. What was that?
You think he wanted it?
Let's see. Gobble, gobble.
Yeah, so I made a little change there. I was throwing the full size 5-inch Senko, a little thicker, and I was hoping to get a bigger bite, but I've been out here recently. I'm getting more bites on the thin Senko, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna switch it back up. We'll see, maybe we're onto something. Up with him last time.
Good, I've seen some. Hey, buddy.
Yeah!
Bitchin'.
Coming up, coming up, coming up. Right out front. Yeah!
Fun little jump there. Dude, he's dogging you. Oh.
Might be a yellowfin.
Hey, buddy. Right on, right on.
Bango.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
Oh no.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, much clearer here. Nice work, Todd.
Yeah.
I have that 5 minutes of my life back.
They're definitely doing something on it.
It is 2:30, something like that. Been marking some fish, said shoot, I'm gonna pick up the swimmer again. First cast, tail was all caught up. I was basically reeling a wad of plastic through the water. I said, nah, there's fish down there. I gotta get one. Not a giant, but shoot, man, when you can swing with the jig stick,
yeah,
I'll take it.
yeah. Right as you were saying that too, that's great.
Epic day, super stoked, Shea. You and I don't get a lot of time to come out here, and not always do the stars align, and pretty darn good day. You know, I think we ended up with close to 20 fish, fishing the new Okumas Serranos, paired up with the Helios SX, and man, just a super fun day. Super stoked you were able to make it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
hope you guys enjoy the show, because it was fun making it.
Release time. Yeah,
Late fall / early winter. And mixed bag, caught them on swim baits, caught them on A-rigs, caught them on worms. And when you got a Triton live well, they all swim away.
They're sparky.
Stoked on fishing.
Yes, sir.